Hi, welcome back to Gold Candles. My name is Sherry and I make videos all about candle making in the candle business. Today's video is a fall candle fragrance review from Candle Science. Okay, so before we jump right into the candle fragrance review for the fall scents from Candle Science, of which I believe 5 out of the 6 are new fragrances. I want to tell you just for a second here what's new with my channel. So now I actually have a channel membership where you can click the join button and become a part of my private candle making group. So along with that channel membership comes a few perks to start out with. So I'm gonna I have my handy dandy notes down here. Okay, so the first perk is that you'll have loyalty badges next to your name whenever you make comments and whenever I start going live, which I hope is going to be before the holidays. So I'll be able to immediately look, or anyone else making comments in the comment section, you'll be able to see who is a member versus who is not a member. Okay, so the second perk is going to be custom emojis that you can use when you make comments and live chats. And these emojis and also the badges, like when you click on join, you'll be able to see them. And for instance, the loyalty badges is there's one color, I think it starts out with the color pink, and so I selected jewels and gems as my loyalty badges. So I think it starts out with pink, and the highest that you can go is a gold star. So I'll be able to see what your loyalty badge, by looking at your loyalty badge, exactly how long you've been a member of my candle making group. Okay, so also, the next perk 3 is that member shout outs. So I plan on putting the new members' names like every month on the end card of each video, so you'll be able to see who's a member if you sign up. I don't know when you click to sign up if you like put your first name, because I know some of you guys sign up and there's like no information, or it's like your YouTube business name. Whatever it is, when you sign up, those are the names that I'll be putting, and you'll be able to see them right before you get to the end screen that plays the little music at the end of my videos. So you'll get member shout outs when I am going live. I'll be able to see who the members are. You'll get shout outs in there, not each and every time for each and every person, but as appropriate as we are talking and you're commenting, I will make sure to make mention. The fourth perk is you'll get early access to video previews. So you'll get extra information provided only to members. And when you're on the channel and you see where it says like videos, shorts, and then I think it says membership. So when you click under there, only members can see that information down below there. So you'll want to keep that in mind when you become a member, because sometimes there'll be things there. If I have special coupon codes for different businesses, or just updates or things that's happening. I haven't decided all what's going to be there, but definitely you have to be a member to see whatever is going to be there. Okay, so 4 was you get early access to video previews, extra information provided only to members, and priority responses in the comments and live chats. So let's say as this channel keeps growing, and I've seen people who have very, very large numbers of subscribers, and there's so many people commenting and it's rolling by. So now I make it a point, I comment or I say something to acknowledge any comment to anyone, because it's a reasonable number of subscribers that I have right now. But in the future, once the numbers get up, I will give, when it's appropriate, when you're chatting with me, priority to the membership comments. So just keep that in mind, and I will try to get to everyone if possible. I don't know how that's going to go. I've never had a channel that's had growth to that point, so just know I am doing my very, very best. But also remember that if you are a member, that you will get priority. Like if I'm limited to how many people I can comment to. So that priority will be there. Okay, so that's it. That's what's new about my channel membership. Okay, so let's get into the fall candle fragrance review from Candle Science. Okay, so I put these in alphabetical order. So here is my sample candle that I made of the Almond Macaron. That's what it is. So Almond Macaron, and just first whiff of this. I almost didn't want to put these in alphabetical order, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. Because this one, if you love almonds and you love sweetness and vanilla and amaretto and all of that, you will love this fragrance. The hot throw on this, I have to give it an 8 to 9, maybe somewhere in the middle, 8.5. So this had amazing hot throw. And remind you that I make these in coconut soy wax. So if I'm getting an amazing hot throw in a form of, or a blend of the soy waxes, that this should work for quite a few of you. If you're not exactly using, I keep smelling this because I just loved it. But this one, I put that candle in my bathroom and I shut the door and always let it burn for about an hour. Well, I peek on it for safety reasons. And when I opened the door, I was like, ooh, this is a winner. This is a winner. I didn't need to let it burn anymore. Look at me, I'm still smelling it. This does smell amazing. This smells like just warm fall scents, like from cooking or baking and the almond thing. So let me just go ahead and give you the notes. What is in the Almond Macaron? Okay, so your top notes are cinnamon, nutmeg, lemon peel. Middle notes are amaretto and almond, and the amaretto and almond is what hits you before, in the middle, and even after. And the base is vanilla and sugar. And all of, when I tell you every single one of those notes you can smell in this candle fragrance, you definitely can. So this one, put on your winner list, and it's just, it says fall, it says warmth, it says something yummy and scrumptious. So I did like this. Can you tell? Can you not tell that I really like that one? Okay, so number 2 on the list is Autumn Glow. That's Autumn Glow. Here's my test candle that I made with it. Okay, so this candle, fresh out of the bottle, I can smell apples, cinnamon, and those are the two that really stand out to me. So I'm going to give you the fragrance notes, and then I'm going to tell you, I had a little bit of a surprise with this candle. Okay, so the top notes for Autumn Glow is apple, cinnamon, and clove. The middle notes are pine, eucalyptus, and juniper, and cranberry. Okay, the base note is cedar. I didn't exactly, I can get a hint of the cedar. Now with this candle, once I made it and I let it cure for X amount of days, when I smelled it, I was very disappointed with the cold throw. The cold throw, I would have actually given a 3. But when I burned this candle, I put it in the bathroom, shut the door with a little crack, of course, for safety. And I came back, I was amazing at the hot throw. I was amazed at the hot throw, because when you get a cold throw of 3, you're not expecting to almost smell anything. That hot throw was actually better than the cold throw. I give the hot throw on Autumn Glow at least a 6. So that is a candle that is a nice warm, and that's another thing. When I walked in, I just had this warm embrace of a fragrance. But the hot throw was definitely enough for people who like subtle scents. So I'm going to put this on the winner list. Maybe not top shelf, you know how they do in the bar. You have your top shelf. I'm going to put this in the middle list, on the middle shelf, I should say. So Autumn Glow ended up really being a good scent, but I'm concerned about that cold throw not being much of anything, but don't let it fool you. Maybe somebody else can get a better cold throw. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those candles that look down underneath on Candle Science at the fragrances that they blend well with. Find a fragrance that you know that will raise that cold throw a little bit, and even the hot throw a little bit more. And I think you'll still get an amazing candle. Okay, so that is Autumn Glow. And I am putting the images on the screen down there. So if I'm not like sticking it up here to show it to you, that's why, because I'm putting them on the screen. Next we have Cranberry Prosecco. And that's this. This is my test candle. Okay, so first whiff out of the bottle. Definitely a citrusy fragrance. Can definitely smell the cranberries. That's what I get straight out the bottle. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you the notes on these. So the top notes are citrus and cranberry, which is what I smell straight out this bottle. Middle note, I don't think I've had a candle that's had this middle note. Champagne. That was a little bit different. The base note is musk and praline. So my hot throw and cold throw. The cold throw on this is about maybe a 5. Not a lot. That was the cold throw. It was maybe a 5. The hot throw on this, I'm going to give it a 5 to 6, 5.5 to 6. But it was a nice smelling candle. So I don't know. Look down in the scents that it blends well with, and maybe you can find something that will help raise the hot throw and the cold throw. But I did like the smell of the candle. I just didn't feel like it was a very strong candle. And I feel like something else is missing. Even though it had the champagne, the musk, and the praline, I could not really smell those scents coming through. So this is a candle you might have to work with a little bit to get it going for you. Okay, next is Iced Gingersnap. And I was really hoping that this was going to be a good fragrance, because you ever had the little Gingersnap cookies? I grew up eating those, always with vanilla ice cream. So that was like a childhood memory, and I think it was triggered by this. And it does. It smells really good. This fragrance smells exactly like it says. You can smell the sweetness of icing, and definitely the ginger and the ginger snap, along with some other things that I couldn't identify just by smelling this bottle. So just let me give you the fragrance notes on that. So the top notes are ginger and brown sugar. The middle notes are butter, molasses, and vanilla. The base notes are cinnamon, clove, and milk. I don't think I've ever had a fragrance note of milk. But anyway, it says milk. That's what I wrote. But this, even though this is a very nice fragrance, Candle Science makes another fragrance called Hansel and Gretel's House. I actually, if I had to choose between the two, and this is a new fragrance, and Cranberry Prosecco was new, Autumn Glow was new. Almond Macaron is not a new fragrance. But I actually prefer the Hansel and Gretel fragrance over this, even though it's a nice fragrance. So I would say try it and you be the judge of it. That's just being fair to the fragrance. But it's not that it's a bad fragrance. So I don't know if I've already said this. The hot throw on this was fairly like maybe 6.5 maybe. And the cold throw, let me just see. The cold throw is maybe like a 5.5 to a 6. So it's not a bad candle fragrance, but had I not tried Hansel and Gretel before, I would have just said that this was a pretty good fragrance. Not top shelf, but a pretty good candle fragrance. Okay. Moving on to Mint White Chocolate Ganache. So just a little fact about Ganache. Ganache is like A sweet, creamy chocolate mixture used especially as filling or frosting, and it was invented in the 1850s in France. So if you've never heard of Ganache, that's what that is. So this is mint white chocolate Ganache. What this reminded me of actually was Girl Scout cookies. As soon as I smelled it, I was like, oh, this smells like Girl Scout cookies, like the mint ones, the chocolate covered mint ones, but a little stronger. This actually, straight out the bottle, definitely can smell the chocolate in the mint. It smells exactly like the name says. Okay, so let me go ahead and give you the top notes for this. The top note is peppermint and clove. Middle notes are cream and butter. Base notes are vanilla and white chocolate. Okay, so let's talk about the cold throw and the hot throw. Here's my test candle. The cold throw on this, I'm going to say is about a 6, which is fair. I mean, it's not top shelf, but it's okay. Now, the hot throw on this, I'm going to give a 7 to a 7.5 because there was definitely, when I burned this candle, I mean, I could definitely smell it. There was no question about it. Not top shelf, but not far below it. Okay, so I was reading the reviews on Candle Science, and some of the reviews are saying, you know, oh, I don't like the smell, I don't care for this, da 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 da. I think that this is a fragrance that you either like it or you don't. If you're a mint lover or you love those mint cookies from Girl Scouts, I think that this candle would do very well. If you like the scent just based on the name and that's something that appeals to you, then you're going to enjoy this candle. I think that the people in there, and like they were only giving it like 3 stars, which I don't think is fair, just because in your opinion, this is not a good fragrance, it doesn't mean that it didn't perform well. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad version of the fragrance notes that are in here. It is just a candle that either people like it or they don't. So this is something that, you know, you might have a childhood, you have acquired that taste through childhood or even your adulthood, and you just have to try it and give it a smell. If you like the smell of Girl Scout cookies, you should enjoy this candle. Okay, moving on to the next one. 6. We only did 6 today. Well, they only had 6 in the collection, so that was all that we had. So this is Orange Pomander, if I'm saying that right. Okay, straight out of the bottle. Orange just hits you. Orange, maybe a little bit of vanilla, but definitely strong out of the bottle. Not super strong, but strong out of the bottle. So here's my test candle, and let me give you the cold and the hot throw. Okay, so the cold throw, I'm going to give the cold throw about a 6 for this. And when I burned this candle in my handy-dandy bathroom, I would give actually the hot throw maybe 6.5 to a 7. Definitely a nice fruity candle. You can definitely smell the notes in here. So let me go ahead and give you the notes. So the top notes are orange peel, apple, and peppercorn. I didn't so much pick up on the peppercorn, but that's what it says. The top notes just could be my sense of smell. The middle notes are cinnamon and clove. Definitely cinnamon and clove. I can say that. Base notes are tonka bean, and vanilla. Okay, now for this candle, I just feel that something is missing. Like, I don't know, it's like not enough. So I think with this candle, what I'm going to personally do is I'm going to look down on Candle Science where it says fragrance note that this blends well with, and I'm going to do some blending to give it a little more oomph. And that doesn't necessarily mean increase hot throw. It's just like, it's not a complicated enough fragrance. Like, it's just, it was nothing for me to get excited about. I mean, you ever have those candles? Like, I just completed one of my signature candles, and when I got that candle combined and I smelled, I was like, yes, this is it. The smell was just so complicated with all these different notes hitting you. It was just amazing. I'm not getting that from this candle. So for the orange Pomander, I would suggest to go to Candle Science's website, pull up the fragrance, look down below, see what it blends with, and see what you can do. It's a nice smell. It just needs a little extra. So I would say the winner definitely is the Almond Macaron. I'm in love with this. So if you like almonds, I don't think that this fragrance will disappoint you at all. The rest of them were just as, I don't think that I will probably put any of the others in my line. Maybe the last one, once I do some testing with some other fragrances that it blends well with. And maybe the Autumn Glow. I'm really considering the Autumn Glow. Definitely the Almond Macaron is going to be added to my collection for fall. So that's it. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have tried any of these fragrances already, please leave a comment down below and let us know how it worked out for you. Oh, and also channel memberships. If you have questions about that, you can leave that down below. You can click on there without actually signing up just to see what it's all about. When it says join, just click on there and it will give you some information right there and tell you what the perks are. And as always, if you are in need of equipment, or you want links to my social media, or links to other services that you can use along with your candle making business, please check all the links below. I have linked quite a bit down there on my tap link. I think I called it Linktree once before, but that's not correct. I actually have tap link. But I have linked quite a bit down there. So if you're not able to find, or you don't know which company to turn to for, like to go to Canva to make your labels, or, what are you going to do about your shipping? What are you going to do about, various business aspects? There should be some links below to help you out with that. And certainly if you are a beginner, links to some basic things that you need, like the candle wax pour, stirs, wicks stickers, things of that nature, just to get you started. And even if you're just searching for some equipment, check the links below. I think that's it. I think we can wrap it up for today. Also, before I wrap it up, thank you for all my new subscribers. Thank you for all the comments. I hope I've answered your questions. I feel like I'm making like lifelong friends in there. Like we're on first name basis. We're sending messages back and forth, which is great. I just enjoy this. I think I enjoy the aspect of like, I can help you guys. And I think that's the part of it that I like. And I just like seeing the comments and hearing your personalities come through. And maybe before the holidays, we'll get to go live, which should be fun. I'm just looking forward to everything. This is just a journey that I'm so glad that I'm on. I'm so glad that you're here with me on this journey. So once again, if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe below, click the little bell, and it'll tell you when I put up the next videos. And that's it. I think that's it. So let me know how your fall candles turned out. So as of this video, we are just beyond halfway point to August. You still have plenty of time to get those fall candles made, to get out there to sell some fall candles. Believe it or not, folks are waiting for your candles. So get out there, get busy, and get started. And I hope that this fragrance review has helped you. All right, that's it. Wrapping it up. And always rainbowing at the end of it. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.